Hello, everybody. Welcome. Rosie Anchor and the Psych Investigators.
Hello.
Hello, everybody. So we did not. I didn't post anything. I didn't make a video yesterday. It was long story. The day started late, and then I thought I was gonna do it later, but I was still like the mind was kind of tired or something. The energy thing. And
Hmm.
then I just decided here, Corinne and I, to just do it earlier in the day. I think generally, right, Corinne, it is more productive. I don't know how
Yeah.
long we're gonna be able to like do it like this for, but it feels right, and I had the time to go over some of the what's going on, and so let's get ready. All right, so now the first thing that okay,
Let's do protection prayer.
oh that's right. I'd like to ask for protection, a beautiful ray of light coming on top of my head as I breathe in. I fill my lungs as I breathe out. I create a circle. I create a circle. I step into it. I step into it. I feel protected. I feel connected. I'd like to ask that information come only from the highest sources, that it create the good and not the good, and so it is. Okay. So Corinne and I were talking, and I was telling her how I really like. I had really such a great evening last night. This is my own house, things related to the internet. Long story, but I felt so good, and I was dancing, and I was cleaning, and I was doing all these things, I had no idea what was going on in the news. I was not paying attention. I was not, but I was just doing things I enjoyed and pursuing things I enjoyed and feeling the moment. I feel like this is, the idea here that you want to live your best life regardless and try to like pamper yourself, do good things for yourself because I felt amazing. I woke up so excited today. So that's what I wanted to share. And
Hmm.
did you have you oh Corina, you remember you talked about the shift that you're picking up?
Yeah, I felt another shift like last night for some reason as I was getting ready to climb into bed. I just had that, ooh, there's another shift. I could feel it. And I was excited. It felt very exciting to me.
Mm,
Like we're moving up again. Felt
mm,
very
mm,
good.
mm,
Brought in a lot of joy.
mhm. Okay. So that's that. Now, um, I said, let's see here. I had said before that we were not really going to focus on whatever Trump is doing because we still think that Kamala is that she actually won and such. But there's things then that I read that are upsetting and especially related to federal workers. So I have this question, and then we'll move to other topics. But just a simple question: what about all the federal workers? Because there's people. The one thing I saw it was about the national. They're attacking science, right? So all these big U.S. programs related to scientific research. So it could be cancer treatments and such. They cut all the funding, and it's a very big thing, and it's what
Yeah.
makes the U.S. Top
Yeah.
of those fields, right? So
Right.
so this is my question. What about the federal workers? When are they gonna are like these programs, or how are they gonna be restored? So let's just ask that question, Corinne. So how are these programs that are being cut massively, quickly, how are they going to be restored? Okay. So I got something already. I don't know
Go
if
ahead.
no, I just got something like in 31, so I was specific, 31 days. Like they will be restored back and paid retroactively, something like that. Because
Mhm.
I feel like it's not going to last very long, this thing.
Yeah.
That's just what I got. Right.
Yeah, I saw in the springtime I saw letters going out in the mail, but it always correlates with the bright sunny spring with the cherry blossoms calling people back
Mm,
like to their
okay.
jobs, and everything's back to the programs were never really cut.
Mm,
It kind of looked like that, but they're still all there and intact. It's just starting back up.
okay. So because I'm just saying this because I know there's people who are probably despairing right now. So what do we tell
Absolutely.
what about them? Like what uh what do we
The
tell
only
them?
thing, you know what, the only thing I can say, and I'm can I just tell a little something? I'm being prompted to say it. And maybe
Go ahead.
this would help because I think that what happens is we all go into that empathy for everyone, and and ourselves and the workers and everything that's being affected. And so I want to say I'm extremely empathic, and it's really hard for me to get through these things and past these things. So one day I was in our community pool, and I live in Arizona, so it gets really, really hot, and it was probably 118 that day. And there was a gentleman that was there, and I'm not sure if he was a vet or if he just had an illness his whole life, but his legs obviously didn't work. And he had those little crutches that he put on his arms,
Mm-hmm.
and he would put him he I was in the pool and he was outside of it, and he was trying to get himself to the edge and put himself in the pool. And here's me just watching him, and I just started just I couldn't handle it. I was bawling sitting there watching him, and I just wanted to go and lift him up and put him in the pool. And I was like, why isn't anybody helping him? And so I'm telling you, for 3 days, all I could do was think about this poor man. And it's so hot, and his skin may be burning. And I just could not get this out of my brain for 3 days. And I ran into somebody that was also very empathic, and we had this conversation. And she said, you are not doing him any good. Why are you doing that? And it's like, well, I can't help it. I feel so much compassion and empathy for people. And she said, yes, but that's not helping him. You're just feeding that terrible energy. What you need to do is give him all your love and your light and your power of healing, and see him healed, and see him getting into that pool easy, and the outcome that you want to see, and get out of that horror yourself, because all it was doing was destroying me, and I wasn't helping him.
Mm-hmm.
So if we can just turn that around and know that we are going to be facing some horrors, there's going to be people that are going to through bad things, maybe even ourselves or our family, but it doesn't do any good to feed that energy. As much as you can pull yourself up and stay in the frame of helping, giving your light, giving your love, feeding that's the only way you can stay out of something like this, because
Mm-hmm.
this is really big energy.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if that will help. I hope it does, because it
Okay.
really did help me.
Mm-hmm. All right, great, great. So very interesting, Graham. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So thank you. Oh, I didn't realize I was, this was playing in the background, the whole thing. Okay. So anyway, so now actually, since we're here, now we're gonna talk about this. Gwen and I have already discussed it. And I want to say I'm gonna play a video. I did not know, I've never watched this channel before. The channel that Bakrina is familiar with. It's one of those channels that is kind of like saying that the election, like the idea that there was something wrong with the election, the conspiracy theory. It was on the left-ish, but very like I always thought, like from what she described, there's something sus about it. But the point is that they're talking about what Bannon thought. Why we may have talked about this, the idea that the Trump that Bannon thought that they were going to nullify this has something to do with nullifying the election, the win of Trump. But just because it brought up a lot of interesting things, so let's play that.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna go to YouTube directly.
Shortly before.
Okay, so let me share. It's 4 minutes long, so all right, so here.
Donald Trump's indoor inauguration on Monday. Steve Bannon, with his War Room podcast team, was in D.C. They were broadcasting outside, and Steve Bannon was wondering, where is everybody? Why is nobody outside? Even though we knew they moved the thing inside because of the weather, but that's not what Steve Bannon thought. Oh, God, no. Even when they win, Steve Bannon is still out there pushing conspiracy theories about Democrats or a deep state operative. We don't really know who. But anyway, the powers that be, that actually do not be, were somehow trying to, in Bannon's words, nullify Donald Trump. And that is why, he says, they moved the inauguration indoors.
No, it's not because they were trying to avoid a William Henry Harrison situation. No, it's because they were taking him behind closed doors to what? Nullify him? What does that even mean? But let me read you what this absolute just nut job had to say Monday before Trump's inauguration. Right there, you see an empty west side of the Capitol where normally in about 90 minutes, President Trump will be walking out to start the ceremony. I mean, why are they doing it in the Capitol today? And here today, guys, I am confused. We had 250,000 tickets, okay? You had, I think, what, 10,000 people seated of people that work on the campaign that were close to President Trump. Then we had 240,000 that was going to go back. There was expected at least a crowded half a day million people. By the way, this is him talking. Right here, I'll tell you, it's low 20s, but in the sun, it feels like it's 40 degrees, right? I don't understand why this is empty, and I think it sets a tone. This city is hostile to President Trump. But understand, this is like taking Berlin in 1945. Yes, they signed the surrender documents, and yes, they were compliant to a degree, but underneath they weren't. I think this is the epitome of what we're seeing today. And then he said it was part of a nullification project. Whatever that means. He got sworn in, like he is the president of the United States right now, this very moment. So Steve Bannon is out there prior to the inauguration, like they're going to nullify him. Again, not telling us who is going to do the nullifying or what nullifying even means. I can only assume he means that they're going to, kind of take him into a back room like Joe Pesci. And, I don't know. That's just insane for him to suggest nullification.
Okay, Karina.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna stop share because he goes on. It's short, and we got enough information from him. So the question for both of us, and then I know you have said things before. I haven't looked at it,
That's
so I'll
okay.
just
I'm
look,
gonna wait.
and then you can start because I'm just and I'll let you know. Okay, so why, why did Steve Bannon say that? What does he know, and what has actually happened? That's right. He's flipping the wrong papers. They're missing. So he also says Steve Bannon knows that he can't force. He can use the crowd to force something to happen. That's the one thing he was afraid of. And there's something about the papers. He's afraid of something. And I see he's heard something. He was told there's something off. He feels like there's something off. So,
Mm-hmm.
and he knows it. He knows it wasn't legit, right? So that's why he's so afraid that at any moment they could do something. And so, what is it about? Why, Steve Bannon? Why do you think? What is it about indoors that nullifies? That's right. You can't see the. That's right. The oath. But there's something about the structure of it that they're in control. That's right. They're in control of the building. The outside we're in control of, and anything that seems off, he's afraid, and that's why he knows that his mind, the main thing is it has to be no, it has to go in, or something is off. So, and
Mm-hmm.
I see that he's been advised by people, honestly, are the like Russians and others and Americans who are, not on our side as to what they could try to do to stop this. And that these are the things that he thinks. Now, I have a question, Karina. Since we talk about it, just quickly, then the next part.
Yeah.
So, you know what, why don't you say what you picked up and then I ask the question what actually happened versus what Bannon wanted. Okay, so or
Okay.
expected. Go ahead.
Well, I just picked up as well when we were watching the video that actually Bannon was right on that, and not Farron Cousins. And I know he pushes the non-conspiracy that this was stolen and all that. And I'm sorry, but we know the difference. But Steve Bannon was the one that was right in that video because he knows something is not right. Nothing looked normal about it. Nothing was official looking. He didn't do things the way it was normally. And we've heard people say Obama's first inauguration was 22 degrees with 22 million people there. I really don't think the cold was the issue. They weren't really protecting him. So Steve Bannon knows, and I believe that he has people in the know, and that's why he's so nervous, because he's been popping into my visions lately as somebody who's just destroyed.
Hmm. By the way, just destroy, but in the future, right? When you start
In
to
the
destroy.
future, yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Mhm. Okay.
yes. Thank
So,
you.
okay. So then the next, because even though we already talked about it, I think in the video, the last video we did about this, I think that's what actually happened. So again, I mean, do we go back to this, Gwynna, and ask, or is it kind of a litigating? Some people have said like to ask. So what actually happened? If okay, or does it matter? I don't, or does it not matter? We'll talk about it
Yeah,
later.
I don't think it matters what actually happened, because I don't think we're going to see that, to be
That's
honest.
fine.
I
Okay.
don't think
Right.
they're going to show us exactly what
Right. Okay.
happened.
That's okay. All right. Yeah, no, so that's good. So because there's so much, there's more related to this that's coming next. The
Right.
next topic. Okay, so that's right. And it's also like we have to look at the like even though this is slightly the path, we're kind of still looking somehow at the inauguration just happened. But it
Because
has
a lot of clues are coming out.
that's
Yeah,
right,
a
that's
lot of
right,
clues are coming out
that's right.
based on that
Mhm.
inauguration.
Yes, yes. Okay. So let me share now the next topic. All right. So then now this is and a lot of people mentioned this in the comments. And I looked, so let's see. Actually, hold on. All right, so let me actually stop and then share again to the YouTube thing. All right, let's see if it shows.
Chief Justice Roberts to administer the presidential oath of office.
So this is the story that he didn't touch the Bible. He put his hand in the Bible. I see that moment. Pick up that moment. Let's see.
Please raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear
that I will faithfully execute
that I will faithfully execute
the office of President of the United States
the office of President of the United States
and will, to the best of my ability,
and will, to the best of my ability,
preserve, protect, and defend
preserve, protect, and defend
the Constitution of the United States.
the Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
Okay, so he didn't, right? He didn't.
No.
And you're supposed to, that's a big deal, right? The part when, right? So,
Yes,
okay. So
that's
I
called an
did,
oath.
that's right.
That's what an
So
oath is all about.
this I actually thought because of course I did not as nobody's shocked like, oh, Rosie didn't watch it. What? No, I did not. So
No,
I'm seeing this stuff for the first time. I'm like, wow, and so many interesting little clues. I thought,
exactly. I
and
that's the
like,
first time I've seen that too. So
yeah.
yes.
So and you know, interesting. I saw the pained face of Ivanka actually. I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying that I defend Ivanka, but she was like, okay, just keep say yes, yes.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
So that was so interesting. And then the hat, and I saw pictures of that, but it's so interesting that Melania chose a hat where you can't see her eyes to cover her
Right.
eyes. And eyes, and I know even for making YouTube vids, right? Like you have to face, this is how you communicate. You face the audience, you let people see her eyes. It's big, very important in anything. And if she does, it's just like she doesn't want to be seen because the eyes are obscured, right?
Yeah.
So it's interesting. All right. So now the question. So what happened there? Did he do it? Let's ask, what happened that he didn't put, what happened here? Wow, interesting. Okay, can I just say? Okay, so was it on purpose? Yes. So I got this is what I got, Karina, and I kind of got this earlier before that it was kind of like the thing with the Bible is that he was sort of sending a sign also to his followers, sort of hoping that they will catch it in a way. Not that he thinks of himself as a hostage or anything, but it's a sign there's something he knows it's something fake. And I do think it was conscious. You know how it happened when he had the January 6th? He was holding a Bible upside down. That was that time.
Hmm.
And then there was also the fact that he sold the Bibles on his name. You don't remember this story?
Right.
And then and I got that so I also got that John Roberts is in on it. He knows
Mm,
that the inauguration is fake.
yeah.
That's at least that's what I picked. I don't know quite how, but it's something like so it was rehearsed. A rehearsed meeting. I don't think they're like, okay, Trump, let's pretend. But there's just something about it.
Hmm.
And so he's like, no, I have to, and I see that Trump is like, I have to keep going this because that's how I'm gonna make my money anyway. They're gonna give me the money anyway. Who cares if I'm here or not? That's what's motivating him. And so, wow. So it's still, honestly, I just get the sense that there's something fake about it. I don't know quite how, and I guess we'll have to wait and see or something, but it just seems right, Corinna. There's something
Hmm.
off there. And I
Hmm.
noticed also did you notice how like suddenly Don Jr. and all of them got really next to Trump very closely, almost protecting him
Right. Hmm.
or hiding
Hmm.
something that was visible. So
Yes.
it's like they know that they're almost like there's Don Jr. also knows. That's right, because he was talking to Elon Musk the whole time.
Hmm.
He know they didn't quite win, and that was the moment of crossing crossing into the place where this is true. So
Right.
this is a moment where like they had to like this is the biggest lie moment. But I don't think Don Jr. knows necessarily, but
No, I don't
John
think so either.
Roberts. I mean, of course he knows that it's a fake win, but that so
He doesn't know that. He doesn't know that they're onto it. And God, there was so much in
tell
that
me, tell me
video
now, Corinne, tell me now. You tell me everything.
that was just so telling to me. First of all, I was watching Joe Biden and Kamala's face.
Hmm.
Excuse me. And
Let me see.
the smirk on her face when he was taking the oath was, again, she's like trying not to crack a smile, as far as I'm like full on laughter as far as I'm
Mhm.
concerned. And then I noticed that too, how they scooted in. And to me, if Ivanka looks like she has that fear, like any minute they could say stop, stop, stop. Don Jr. has no clue. Eric, well, he's in a class all by himself. But Don Jr. looks like, oh my God, just a few more minutes, just a few more minutes. But
Oh,
Ivanka knows that it's not real. She does know. And so does Melania. She's hiding it. She's hiding it. But he knows everything is fake. That's why they moved it indoors. That's why it looks like it does. There is nothing real. This is just pomp. What is it? Pomp and circumstance. That's what I get. It's
wow.
pomp and circumstance.
And Corinne, it's interesting you're saying this, and I'm looking at the. I honestly was only focusing and paying attention on the Trump family, right? Because I was trying to look for the Bible thing, and I saw right. So I hadn't seen it before, but now that you're saying this, I have because I have it on right, like since
Yes.
like, on the thing. I notice also Biden, like, okay, when I go here, let's see, because so now volume, of course, because that's the point. It's not about what they're saying, it's about, okay, look at when Biden, he's looking at Trump, look at him, like looking at him, like, you a-hole. You see,
Exactly.
it's
And
the
isn't
way
that
that
his
he's,
daughter next to him? Biden, the
hold on,
blonde. Is that Ash? Is that his
no, no,
daughter?
no, that's Tiffany.
Is that
Tiffany,
Tiffany?
Joe, yeah, that's Tiffany.
Tiffany's next to Joe.
Yeah, so here's behind, just as okay, Ivanka, Tiffany, hold on a second, I'm gonna pause it.
Oh,
So
okay. It is Tiffany.
yeah.
Okay.
So Tiffany, Jill Biden, right? So
Yeah.
there's a Kai. This is a daughter of Don Jr. So anyway, so you see that it's like you see Jill observing Biden and Biden looking at him. Hey, and mofo, I'm not afraid of you. I don't really like. Doesn't make sense. And what
Yeah.
I thought was interesting too, and I don't
And
know. I'm sorry.
John Roberts is on it. Is in on it. I
Yes.
did pick up that up too.
So what I noticed too now, seeing I don't. I think Clinton. He went to the hospital. He's sick, but if you
Yeah.
look at his face, he's shocked. Like, look at him, like in the sense, I can't believe I'm watching this. The face. Look at him. Because
Yeah.
Clinton is famously a very intelligent person. Look at him.
Yeah.
He's like, what am I seeing right
But
now?
I also think that he's processing the fact that none of this looks real. This is
No,
what
but
the hell is going on in this
I
moment.
think Biden, because remember how remember there was the news before the inauguration that Bush, Clinton, and Obama were not going to go to the luncheon. Remember there was like
Hmm.
some story like that. I think
Yeah.
because the former presidents they're in on a lot of secrets like that. So I think they know,
Yeah.
honestly. There's
They
something
do.
there. So,
Because this is so big that, those the past presidents do get those briefings, and this is so big that I think that there would have to be some sort of knowledge of, at least
mhm,
they're smart enough to know. They know the deal with Russia. They can see right through Leon. They
mhm,
know. They don't
right.
even have to be
That's
told. They
right.
can figure it out.
So very interesting, very interesting. Okay,
Yeah.
so now let's move to the next topic. And the next, so it's still now it's the weird comments. Now, okay, now this goes to actually let me.
Yeah, that was your vision.
Oh, that's right. So this is okay. Actually, I don't actually need to look at the video. I don't care necessarily. Um, so okay, let's see. Oh, maybe we should look at it. Okay, well, it's only 40 seconds, so it's okay. All right, so let's see.
That didn't show. And I'm also going to ask Saudi Arabia and OPEC to bring down the cost of oil. You got to bring it down, which frankly, I'm surprised they didn't do before the election. That didn't show a lot of love by them not doing it. I was a little surprised by that. If the price came down, the Russia-Ukraine war would end immediately. Right now, the price is high enough that that war will continue. You got to bring down the oil price. You got to end that war. They should have done it long ago. They're very responsible, actually, to a certain extent, for what's taking place. Millions of lives are being lost. With oil prices going down, I'll demand that interest rates drop immediately. And likewise, they should be dropping all over the world. Interest rates should follow us. And I'm also going to ask Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so now the comment here, Trump appears to have fallen for Ukraine, cooperating with Saudis to drop oil prices and hit Russia, pressing Z to push Putin, says Zelensky, ready to negotiate while Putin resists. NATO countries move to 5% defense spending, and Putin's election results are frankly absurd. So he even said that, I guess. Did he really? Okay, so let's see. Wow, that's right. Okay, so here it is. Now let's see. All right, so let's see. All right, that's right. Anyway, so this is what's interesting here is that I think this is this and we talked about it, right, Corinne? Oh, this is the thing.
Hmm.
So let me now go back to the thing I had seen because I now remember. So I was talking to somebody yesterday, and this person asked me about what is going on with Trump because it appears that he's making statements that are against Putin or not exactly falling on the line with Putin. And at the same time, I mean, we know his history with him. So what is going on here? Why, and also why is he not, he always acted so afraid of Putin and suddenly he isn't. So what I saw in this vision, and then we'll look into it a little bit more, going on night, but it was like this, was like, let's say in the position of Trump. Behind him is Putin, but he has his back to Putin. And in front of Trump, there's a cord on his belly button, and the person holding the cord on the belly button is Biden. And it suggests, I mean, not that Biden, of course, is not in the presidency anymore right now, but whatever situation deal he got, it's like, and then I saw that Biden did what Putin did in a way. He has a compromise on Trump. In other words, I know you betrayed us, so now go do what is good for us.
Hmm.
So that's what I got here. And then Putin was like upset, but at the same time, then we asked like, how come Putin, like how is he not afraid? He's always been so afraid. It's like because he's been caught, and because, and I know it sounds a little like I'm kind of a crazyville here, but it's not normal that Trump would, the things that he's saying in other circumstances, he would never say that.
Yes, yes.
Never. And I see that because again, Putin is in a very desperate situation. Oh, and this is like, I have to say this when I didn't tell you then. So then, as we were talking yesterday, I did see that because Putin is obviously a very dangerous person, deranged. And
Hmm.
so there's like intelligence people over there, how they did warn Trump. They said something like, "We know the forces that elected Trump, and he's going to have to do something to that effect." They said that
Right.
for the election. So what I did see is that although they can't really do anything against Trump directly, some of the tech people that are surrounding Trump will pay for it. Like there may be like accidents and situations like this. I think, you know how this happened a lot in the UK, and I think now the business people that did deals with them, they're gonna, and it's like, oh, drop them so that they're signs to the, to Trump and all that.
Right.
So some of the borough people are in danger from, because they think all the tech borough people, they think, oh, they have so much money, they could do whatever you want. No, not so fast.
Yeah,
Not so fast here.
exactly.
You have deal with us. We have the money back. We need you to do what we want. You don't understand it? Now you understand it. Now you understand it. Now they're stamping. Go here. Go 25 floor jumping. So
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
so
Well,
and
and
then
I
I
agree
see,
with you.
yeah, so air X, things like that. So anyway, so that was that, the division. Now going back to today, let's ask again here, Karina. Just see if you, or maybe you have picked up already on stuff.
Yeah, I
Go
did.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead.
When you told me that earlier, it just rang so true because for me, I've always seen Trump being relieved when he does get caught
Mm,
because he's more afraid of Putin than he is our own government and what they would do to him because he knows he'll go into a facility and he's not going to be treated like he would if Putin got a hold of him. He wouldn't make it out of that situation. So for me, he is happy to have been caught because
mm,
I always have seen the second he's caught, there is relief. He is relieved. I've always felt relief from him once
mm,
he's caught.
okay.
So that would completely make sense to what you have seen as well.
Hmm. Yeah, so that's that. And then just quickly, Karina, because I just quickly to check on the Ukraine situation. So just quickly, is Ukraine in the danger of, because we had, remember that beautiful vision of Biden like going,
Mm-hmm.
there's like, so is this going to impact Ukraine negatively somehow? Is there going to be enough time to harm them? No, I said no, that I see that we know how Biden signed a lot of different things before he left. Even couple months before, he signed so many things so that the support is ironclad, at least for now. So I don't
Yeah.
think they'll be able to harm. No, not now. No.
No, I didn't see it either. I don't see it
Mm.
either.
Okay. All right. Oh, something else that I forgot to say about the whole Trump thing. I think that this time of like what do they have on him or whatever, like I saw also that he feels like there's an opportunity to throw Elon Musk under the bus and
Mm-hmm.
just say, what? He proposed, I said yes because I wanted to win, but you should know what he did. You know what he told me. So he does not. He's like, if I'm going down, so is it Felonia. He's not.
Oh yeah,
I feel
he's
like he's like that kid not gonna get away with it. No,
no.
he's saying
Mm-mm.
no. I'm not. It's like no, you're not gonna get away with it. You're going coming down with me, coming down the hell elevator with me.
Yep.
Straight elevator down to the straight to hell bus. So, right?
Yep. And they're all going to do that.
That's
Putin's going
right.
to do it too. They're all going to
So
throw
that's
him
right.
under the
And you see
bus.
they're like he's grabbing him, and I see, wow, even as like, it's funny, it seems as Trump is dying, like, I'm not saying he's gonna die soon or anything, but he's like, you're coming with me. Like, in other words, but not, I think Elon Musk may actually live a long time in prison or wherever he goes,
In prison.
and I see him growing hair, bald and everything, but like, it's not, it's not like he's not gonna get away with it. That's the thing, because they all hate him too. Like, all
Yeah.
the people that have to deal with him, including Trump. So anyway, so that was this part. Now let's go to more topics. Okay, let me pause on.
Okay.
Okay, so now this is I found this clip somehow, or it came on one of my feeds. This is Trump saying, I honestly, I selected the tweet and then I hadn't watched it, but I just watched 17 seconds. I'll play it. And it's like a confession again. You know how I said it before? He has something here. So
Yeah.
In the history of California, I think has anything bigger than that happened in the whole country ever. It looks like, I don't want to say what it looks like, but you know what I'm going to say. It looks like something hit it. I won't talk about what hit it. It is a bad, bad situation.
and the odd thing too is to observe how happy he is to say it.
Yeah.
Like he's
You
like,
might have to repeat what he says because it came across as warbled a little bit.
a what?
So
War oh,
like it was hard to hear what he
Oh, is that
said.
right?
So say
Okay,
what he
so
said.
I'll just say it again. Okay.
In the history of California,
It was the biggest in the history of California.
has anything bigger than that happened in the whole country?
Has anything bigger than that happened in the whole country ever?
Looks like, I don't want to say what,
It looks like, I don't want to say what it looks like, but you know what I'm going to say. It looks like something hit it.
we won't talk about what hit it, but
We won't talk about what hit it,
it's a bad, bad situation.
but it is a bad, bad situation. Okay, Karina, is
Mm-hmm.
that clear?
Yep. Yep.
So
Clear.
it's like it's a very suspicious statement coming from him, and the pleasure that he's like, yeah, something hit it, huh? He's like
Yeah. Yeah.
enjoying to say that. So let's ask. So what was that comment that he made about it saying something hit it? I hit it. This is what you do when you try to like. It's why, but why? I understand. Why is he so angry? I understand. Obviously, California's blue, but is that there has to be more? It's like, do you hate California so much?
Yes.
The Hollywood people were laughing at me. They were laughing at me. This is what happens when you laugh at me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what I got? Okay, this may be a strange thing to say. I don't remember. I don't see it. I frankly try to avoid some of the news about this, but I'm getting that he also, there's some comedians that didn't like him that has said
Oh,
things about him.
pretty much everyone.
That's right. But I think whose houses may have been lost in this.
Yes.
I think, and I think I'm again, this is for entertainment purposes only, quote unquote, but I feel like it was on purpose. Like, where do they live? Where, like, what is there? Like, and it happened. Like, they knew the coordinates to target the people. So when he's saying, you know what, something hit you, it's because you were saying that you were laughing at me.
Mm-hmm.
I was laughing at you.
Yeah.
So it's saying clear it up for real estate development. That's what they want.
Yeah.
So,
So
wow.
they can come in and buy the land and do what they want. And
That's right. That's right. And also, I see that again, there's a hatred of Hollywood and the Hollywood that rejected him, quote unquote. So,
yeah.
yes,
And they're still making fun of him. They haven't let it stop him.
that's right. And I see that
He doesn't.
yes, he's saying the way he's thinking is like, if you are laughing at me, but let me tell you something, you know what? Something hit you, huh? So it's like,
Yeah.
because you could have said many things. Oh, what a terrible accident. Oh my God, I can't believe, right? Because some people could have suggested that's what it was. But the fact that something hit it, in other words, it's not normal. It's not organic, right?
Right. Right.
So that was, yes, it's a very suspicious. And I see that even Melania, she's kind of like sick in her stomach because she kind of knows like how,
She
this is,
knows what he's capable of
yeah. So, oh, and
because everything in his life is about revenge. And
yeah,
so
I'm
it's
getting
the,
here, Corina, I'm getting here. Just Ivana is
ooh,
coming. She's like,
ooh, come on
Rosie,
in, girl.
he's not going to get away with it, Rosie. No, he's not going to get away with it. He threw me stairs. It's not going to get away with it, Donald. They have evidence. Donald, it's going to be very bad for you, Donald. But Ivana saying, Rosie, I want to say to followers, to people who watch it, it's going to be okay. Evil's not forever. Evil's not forever. She's saying, okay, so, and I don't know, I have to look up her how she talks,
Yeah.
but that's it. And then she's right here, like I see her in front of me, like saying coming, and she's like, it's not going to go on forever. Don't take it. It's so evil to think about it, but he's been caught, Rose. He's been caught.
Yeah.
So,
Hmm.
wow, interesting. Okay, wow. Okay, that was next. Thank you, Ivana. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So, wow,
You
wow.
know, it's interesting about her because I've always said for years, I always told my husband when she was alive, I said, you watch if Donald dies before her, the second he dies, she's got a book ready to come out with all the information in it.
Mhm. Wow.
And I believe that is somewhere.
Mm, mm.
Somewhere she has it all.
But wow, you know what I said? I think it's possible. I said, Rosie, I, as you know, I was working for intelligence agencies of my country before I came to America. And I went to the meetings to Russia with him because I was part of Czechoslovakia. He was part of
Hmm.
Iron Curtain, right? So she's saying, I have documents about his trips to Russia. I know about his friends from Russia.
Yep.
So she's like, and she's like, yes, Rosie, I get information for them. I think at the end she gave information, the information that she had about his Russian situation.
Yeah.
She gave it to somebody, I think,
Yeah.
somebody's multiples, and that may be part of like her undoing also. But
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
what's interesting. So okay.
Yeah. She has it all.
Wow.
She has it all somewhere. It's safe somewhere.
No, but she has given already. Like others haven't.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay.
Yeah.
So let me pause. Let me pause. Oh, wait, it's not charging the thing, but it's recording. It's okay. Anyway, so let me pause. Okay, so as we were paused here, Corinna started telling me this thing that she picked up from Steve Bannon. So I said, "You hold, Corinna, and share here on the video." So go ahead.
Okay. So as we were talking about Trump with the fire, I picked up Steve Bannon just in the background screaming at Trump, call martial law, call martial law. He is so angry. He wants Trump to call martial law, which is what his plan really was. And Trump can't do it. That's what I picked up too. He can't do it. There's something there.
Mm,
He
mm,
wants to call martial law, but he knows he can't.
mm. Okay.
So Steve Bannon is trying to get him to do it, and he can't do it.
Oh,
So to me, that's a good sign too.
all right. Cool. Cool. That's
Yeah.
interesting. Another. I thought it was an interesting piece of information. So okay. So then here, I think the last piece for today. And again, guys, I was telling Corinna, I think I really feel energetically that that this is like we're back on, right, Corinna?
Mm-hmm.
After
Mm-hmm.
the kind of energetic hit on us, like
Yes.
getting over like this energy, right? But now
Mm-hmm.
let's actually let me share. And this is I think for today will be the last thing. I mean, there's a lot to talk about, but we're just addressing the big chunky things. So as we know, um Elon Musk made that sign, the thing, right? The not sign,
Yep.
like salute or something. And uh and then um and then there's a huge backlash in Germany against
Yep.
this. So really, so in Germany, there's laws. You can't say certain things surrounding Nazism. It's illegal to make these things. A lot, I think, still making gestures, swastika is illegal. So a lot of things they put into place. It's called was I think called a denazification process over there. So that's interesting. And then you see that Germany is a huge economic superpower in Europe, and they have, of course, tons of car companies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that was that. That was that. So okay.
Yep.
All right. So that's interesting. So let's see here what's going on here with Germany. And wow, it's like he's banned. They're saying
Yeah.
he's not allowed in here, and we can get it. We can kick him out. And they have all decided that that's what they're gonna do. I think also France. So they're gonna do something pretty drastic to him, actually.
Yeah.
They can stop. They can because they can. The thing is, there's a lot of car companies. Like there's a lot of German companies that will benefit. Even economically, there's advantages for Germany as a country to kick him out, his companies. It's like, what's the point of him? We could just get rid of this
Right.
stuff. So that's what they do. I think
Yeah.
ultimately,
They don't need him.
and I see by mid-February something big is going to be banned because again, he's basically doing some sort of like a terrorist project, entertainment for himself, whatever that is. So okay, so that's what I got. Interesting. And he's saying he's gonna ban the trading of like it's gonna have massive consequences for him. He's just has no idea what's gonna happen, what will hit him. But
Right.
that's what I got. So
Yeah.
interesting. Okay.
He
Anyway,
thinks he's way more powerful than even an individual country.
that's right. That's right.
Just doesn't understand that he's not.
hmm That's right. That's right. So
Yeah.
oh, this is so interesting. So
And they're
that's
going to start hitting hard because until Trump is gone, they're going to hit back really, really hard,
hmm hmm
which is great. We need that to happen. That's why I still think he's going to be the first one down.
Wow. Wow. Yeah. So very interesting. Very interesting, Corinna. So oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So but that's it. That's it for today. Right?
Mm-hmm.
That's it. So it was wonderful. It's great. Really, this video was fun.
Yes.
We're back on. So
Feeling
thanks for
good.
watching, guys. Thanks for being patient. Okay, and we'll see you soon.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.